Hello there. My name is Alex. You may know me as Alex Mars from TikTok, Instagram, wherever you have found me, my face, my content. Welcome. You've made it here. And today we are sitting down for probably my most anticipated first listen experience of 2026 so far. This is going to be our first listen reaction to Olivia Rodrigo's You Seem Pretty Sad for a Girl So in Love. I have been on the Olivia Rodrigo train since before Driver's License even came out. I was tapped into the High School Musical show for whatever God knows what reason, and stayed through the entire time, even after she left the show. I vividly remember sitting in bed January 2021, the second it hit midnight, checked New Music Friday, and saw there was a new single from that girl from that show called Driver's License, and knew in that moment it was going to become one of the defining singles of the 2020s decade, and just knew that she was going to be around for a very long time. And now, over 5 years later, here we are with her third studio album. And I'm incredibly excited for this. I think with Sour and Guts, she really laid the foundation as to who she is as an artist, and blurring lines between all the different influences that make Olivia Rodrigo the artist that she is, with Sour being one of the most successful debut albums of all time, really perfecting the art of a pop ballad, but also showing off her quirkier sides on a song like Deja Vu and the pop punk of Good For You, and one of my all-time favorites on that album, Jealousy, Jealousy, Favorite Crime, Traitor is so good. I love Sour, but I felt like with Guts, she really stepped up to the plate and took things to the next level. And with all of the pressure of a sophomore album, she really hit the nail on the head. Guts, to me, just really strengthened everything that Sour had already done so well, and then added even more newness and exciting on top of it. You have two sister songs like Get Him Back and Bad Idea Right that continue to show off that quirky side. The pop punk side evolved even more into pop punk rock with All American Bitch, and I just love what she did on that song. You then have the more folky moment of Lacey. You have one of my favorite ballads that she's ever done, Making the Bed, and then Teenage Dream has that happier than ever outro moment that is just like so good, even though you know it's coming because it's in the shadow of Happier Than Ever for a bit. But now, a few years removed from that, it feels much more like special on its own outside of the Happier Than Ever cloud, I would say. But with the road to You Seem Pretty Sad, it's been interesting because she announced this album 2 or so months ago, and I remember thinking that the rollout felt very long, but somehow we're at album release day, and I feel like it came out of nowhere. So time is a crazy thing, but we kicked the era off with Drop Dead. Great pop song, continues to show off her writing skills. I love that second verse and how it continues to show off that different side of her artistry. But it wasn't like groundbreaking, huge cathartic moment the way that Vampire was or Driver's License was. It was a very much different moment she was going for as a lead single, which I appreciated the risk and the. Actually, it's not so risky because it's more of a pop forward song, but for Olivia lead single standards, it was a risk. But things really clicked for me with The Cure. I think that The Cure is one of her best songs of all time. I have not stopped listening to it since it came out. And here we are today, ready to take this album on in full force in its proper form. So we're going to go through each song on this album. I'll give you my thoughts as I listen to each track. We'll have a good time. But if you were watching this, it means you were either already subscribed over on Substack, or if you're not, you're watching this on YouTube all chopped up. The full-length, completely unedited version of this reaction is only available on Substack, and for $5 a month, you get access to this reaction and every other reaction I pretty much have ever done. Any full-length album review, anything in full, uncut for TikTok copyright purposes, and YouTube chopped up into oblivion so that way it can be posted and not get taken down. Everything in full is only available on Substack, and in addition to those reactions, you get a weekly newsletter every single Tuesday called Pop Pulse, which breaks down the biggest music news stories of that week and on an upcoming release schedule for you to have in your little back pocket. You also get access to my full-length written album reviews and exclusive content only posted on Substack. And if you are not so sure about the $5 a month yet, you can do the free tier that gets you access to my Friday newsletter called Now Spinning, which is my best of each week's New Music Friday mini review newsletter, and a kind of a countdown of what you've missed over the last week in terms of content, in terms of news, kind of a summary newsletter. But for $5 a month, you can support me as a full-time content creator. This is my full-time job. Every single thing you see edited, put together is done by yours truly. One-man show, so it would mean the world to me if you chose to support me on this journey as I continue to build out my little media empire. So enough rambling. Let's get into this album. It's time. Drop Dead time. know Drop Dead. We love Drop Dead. We've heard Drop Dead.
I hope you never finish that beer.
I know that she wrote them.
You're standing right here. One night I was bored and
When the synths come in right here in the back. So sick that the video was filmed in Versailles too. That's such a flex. I love the strings, how they so like naturally fit into the production. That's the thing with Olivia. She's not afraid to take risks, and I really respect that because she's doing it on such a large scale. Have you ever been to Japan? Touching. I feel like I already said everything I had to say about this song when I first reacted to it and reviewed it, so that's why I'm a little quiet, but I'm also so fucking tired. I'm trying to find the energy to power through this because I'm excited to, but I am sleepy today. Yeah, Dan really killed it with the production on this. It feels Olivia, but there's also some little chapelisms in there. And we drop out for the final three. Build me back up. I love when she goes into that upper part of her register and it feels more of like a scream sing than anything, because you just feel the passion in there. And the drop out for that final little note, it just makes the punch land so much more like satisfyingly. All right, we're going into our first new song. It is called Stupid Song. Oh, piano. I wasn't expecting a piano song for track 2 after that energy. Oh my god. Holy visual songwriting. That blue line is very Taylor.
This party, so cool. It's never been a thing that I could do. You're a spark in the dark, and my clothes will caught a flame. You should
that melody just sounded like something.
Somebody says your name.
Ooh, we're swelling with these strings. Oh my god, so many metaphors. Wow, that's not where I thought the title was. What? Whoa! Was not expecting that. Oh, I'm here. Wow, the songwriting is so visual. Oh my god, I'm getting chills! Goosebumps all over. Holy shit! Oh my god, just building in intensity. This has single potential all over it. Holy deja vu! Literally. This bridge? The chills are back. That bridge was so good. It's so punchy. It's obviously very much in the shadow of Deja Vu with like the calm shout, but it works here totally. That vocal, oh my god, right on the end there. Holy shit, that was so good. Right out the gate, one of the most like entertaining pop songs I've heard in a very long time. I feel like music so far this year has just been either playing it really safe or just for whatever reason is not connecting. A lot of major artists that you would expect to have hit after hit are just not right now because it's just not landing production wise. And this song I feel like is playing to every strength that she's had, with the super cathartic songwriting, incredibly visual, metaphors galore, the way that she's able to take her vocals and like shapeshift according to the moment, and it's building in intensity at one point, but then she allows herself to flip to her head voice to have a more gentle moment right at the end of that chorus. It's beautiful. I loved that. I really hope that gets a single treatment. That was so strong. The crickets in the back.
So I guess that it's true. Time can heal.
Wait, that melody. Good luck, babe. It's fine. It's true. Go back.
So I guess that it's true.
Yeah.
Time can heal even the worst of wounds, and just walk in the dark.
Ooh, the little flip there.
In the park.
What is this delivery? It's so interesting. I've never heard it like that.
It's too hard to describe this.
Holy harmonies. This is really gentle.
Your face looks like going place I swear that I could spend my whole life knowing. Here's to hoping.
Wow, that's beautiful. Conan? That's Conan? Background vocals? What? I mean, you hear it now, yeah. Oh my god, the strings just took me to La La Land. Oof. A string bridge? Girl knows the way to my heart. I like that she's giving these songs space. I feel like a lot of moments on Sour and Guts were like so tightly produced. This having room to breathe is refreshing. These harmonies and these backing vocals are gorgeous on this right now. I think it's so interesting how she's able to continue to evolve as a songwriter and is taking, like, she's written so many ballads at this point, but to write a love song ballad in the way that she just did. And again, it's not just like, I love you, I don't know what I would do without you, mushy gushy shit. To say, I hope I never see what your face looks like going, a face I swear that I could spend my whole life knowing. Like, that is real relatable. Like, that's getting me a little bit. Okay. Now that I know it's Conan, it felt a little like I don't love his tone on it, but then when they came back around at the end with the amplified backing vocals of others and the additional harmonies and layers, it felt more supported, but the second verse felt a little bit like overshadowed slightly by those harmonies, and it stood out to me for the not best reason there, but it picked itself back up at the end. Let's go into Maggots for Brains. I literally have no idea, based on the title alone, what this is going to sound like. Already, I've never heard a song from her that sounds like this. Oh, never mind. This is instantly The Cure. And the vocal treatment is reminding me of Drop Dead. It sounds kaleidoscopic. Like, I just in my head see a million colors right now. And like a kaleidoscopic effect. Oh. So she's like saying that she's nothing. She feels like a shell without, yeah, she's a shell of a woman without him there, which is wild. That's revealed. Jeez. It's a bop. It's a bop. Who would have thought that a song called Maggots for Brains would be this summery and glittery? Feels like running through a field. Like a summer shine field. Oh, this is the one that was inspired by Sex and the City. My baby goes away. Holy codependency, that's what I gotta say about this one. Listen, we're 4 for 4 so far. Like, this is really hitting. It's hard to compare it immediately to Guts because sonic, like production wise and sonically, it's very different from it. There's not a song like Lacey here. There's no All American Bitch at all so far. And I think she said in an interview like there's not really the pop punk rock side on this album, at least in the same ways that it had been done before. So I'm curious to see if we get it more towards the end or something, but I really like this different production landscape that she's tapping into. It feels connected to where she's coming from, but it also feels distinct and unique enough for it to stand on its own in the context of this album and within the context of her career so far and her discography. Floppy hair. Different writing style. Yeah, so it's very 90s. That's how we're doing the song title. You plus me equals a hard forever. All right, I don't know how I love the writing on this one so far, but her delivery here feels so inspired by someone that I can't lay my finger on. I'm torn between like Fiona or Cranberries. It sounds just like it, and it works for her. Well, I wonder who it's about. I totally missed that line. They say modern love's a cruel endeavor, and to that I say, fuck it forever. Fuck it whatever. Fuck it forever would be good. It's so interesting, like the conversation of Olivia Rodrigo. Is she a pop star in the traditional sense where she's making hit single after hit single after hit single that is catered to what's working in the industry, what's working on radio, streaming, playlisting, all that. But what she's consistently proving with her catalog is it's kind of like a, especially with like the lead singles, it's like there's one for you and then the rest are for me and like the people who actually get it. Like here's one to cater to the Olivia Rodrigo pop star fans and who's just like casually listening, and then the rest of the albums are more geared towards this is the artist I actually want to be. And you really feel that on this album. This song, to me, I feel like landed a little bit less in the songwriting department than Maggots for Brains. It's a little less visual. It's a little more literal, which is fine. And, like, honestly, I appreciate the change up. So it's not just metaphor and simile after, like, reference over and over again and poetic lyricism. This one just being more straightforward. And it fits the vibe of the song of what she's talking about, like carving your names into the car seat leather and buying me silver jewelry and all my favorite Cadbury. It's visual, but in a less cryptic way. Holy production. This is angsty. What is this delivery? Whoa. Am I on the Freaky Friday soundtrack? Whoa, this is so different. This production is so distinct in her discography, dude. Who is this? What is this about? She's had enough. This is different. really get the attitude on this, and the production totally fits it. Open, spacious synth.
Was cut, his grapes on your lease changed, but those eyes crazy. How I used to visit your town like a tourist.
Something in there is reminding me of Lord chewing gum.
Kiss my neck, may I pass intersect of the two
Picking up the momentum.
circle.
This is very Lord. Oh, purple. There it is. God, the stacks are a little creepy, like haunting. Knowing that she said this song is a turning point, it feels like she's hinting at something with that. Power down. Again, like you're kind of hinting at the breakdown coming. I wish I didn't know that though. Oh, Jimmy Stack helped produce this. Oh, well that makes complete sense now. I didn't realize that there was so distinctive a sound coming from him. I like that. I melt with you. I don't know how I feel about that you're red and I'm blue and now the world is in purple. It's a little too literal for me. It's like the 2 + 2 = 5 thing that immediately came to my mind from logical, but I see the meaning behind it. Like mixing these two worlds and colors. It's kind of like All American Bitch where she's like, I'm so happy and I'm sad. Wow. I like how we're kind of going in order of this relationship and how she's kind of making it a concept piece, but it's so meta, like just not like a deep concept to understand. It's very surface level of this is a relationship and this is how it started and this is how it ended up leading to breakup and sadness. And like this is a transitional moment and it's wisely placed in the middle of the track list to show the end of the beginning, the end of kind of the hope and the all-consuming part of the relationship where you really start to feel the cracks of it. But it's sad to me that it comes in a song that mentions such like carefully beautiful and important lyrics like, I used to visit your town like a tourist, now I've got a local grocery store and a favorite florist. Like that's something that I feel like I haven't really heard about when you meet someone and you fall into a relationship with them and your worlds blend together and become one, where like if you're not from the same place, you go to that person's city and you at first were there as a tourist, but you start to make a routine for yourself there, especially if you bounce back and forth, if you're doing long distance, stuff like that. And I like how she's showing the blending of the worlds in the color sense, literally, but also in the very just like clear cut lyric and delivery of a local grocery store and a favorite florist. I love this song so fucking much.
All the pretty girls in the foreground of my mind, I find the antidote this time. Feeling so alone, might as well be on the moon. I thought I found the antidote.
The guitar work here too. With you. I think this is like a near perfect song. Wow, it's hitting differently within the context of the rest of the album now. I'm pulling additional meaning from it. To see how in deep she was, to now hear this differently, it completely makes a difference. It'll never be the cure. Build, 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 drop. Fire bar right here.
Tally up the girls that he fucked till I start to cry.
So good. It's such a mature move forward for her. I love this one. God, things really took a turn. See, like, in terms of going for a happier than ever moment where the song completely shifts towards the end, this is a nice gradual line. Oh, it's so cathartic. I'm really trying to take out the fact that I've heard this before, but like this song to me is still the best. It's this. Ooh, it's so good. This is one of my favorite songs she's ever made. Okay, so this up next is Begged. This is the song that she performed on Saturday Night Live with Wise Blood. And I listened to it that one time, but I honestly don't remember it so much because it was just a one-time listen. And I purposely didn't want to listen to it over and over again so I could hear the album version and then go back to the live and, you know, pick out the differences and stuff. But I wanted to have this proper first listen experience. So I'm essentially going into this blind. I don't really remember anything other than like the hook of the song. So let's do Begged.
All that I want is to know undoubtedly you're silently.
Yeah, again, like you really get the arc of the relationship so well here. It's not just a blunt breakup, it's a gradual unraveling.
Here to witness my devotion. I'm an anchor in the ocean.
Yeah. Which holds more weight now, hearing how in deep she was. From Maggots or Brains, for example. These vocals, dude. Oof. These lyrics are really hitting different now, to be honest with you guys.
Normal thing to fight back the waves of a static lover's dread.
That's a line. Oh, this hurts. I didn't process the lyrics when I was watching the live one. This one's really landing with me, the lyrics here. Oof. God, I'm not like someone who cries easily, really at all. I can probably count in the last 5 years, I've maybe cried like twice. And I feel the emotions, but I don't like physically cry the tears and all that. But if you've ever been in a relationship, a friendship where you're putting in so much more effort than the other person, you're putting in more effort either because the other person is lazy or a static lover, like she said, or because the person's just gotten so used to you being the one putting in the effort that when you scale back and the person doesn't give you what you're looking for, it hurts so much, and you come to these thoughts in your head of realizing, like, is the only reason why I felt happy because I'm putting in all the effort to make myself happy rather than that person wanting to just on their own make me happy. And I've been there. That one that hits. That hits a lot. Yeah. All right. God. Aptly titled next song, What's Wrong With Me? This is the one with Robert Smith of The Cure. I'm also curious how much of like The Cure production style is going to be here. That synth in the back is like painful almost. Again, like giving tons of space for the delivery here. There he is. They sound good together. And there's the realization. She finally put it together. Looking for distractions. Hope the feeling passes. It's so distinct. It's weird for me to have a male vocalist on this when his verse isn't really giving his perspective. It's sharing Olivia's still, but it's not her delivering it. It's interesting. My head is spinning. My stomach is sick. It's like drop dead. Like how she feels nauseous and like can't believe how much this crush is taking over her. But it's such an interesting perspective play. I really love the melody right here. The chorus is strong. And the writing is good. Like, she's one of the best pop songwriters out there right now, really. Not my favorite collaboration ever, but I like the song. I think that it's interesting hearing it without him, like how this would have landed without the Robert Smith of it all. I do feel like on the chorus, their tones work together and he offers a nice balance to her delivery. I'm not sold on his verse because I feel like when a song this deeply personal about how she's finally realizing, she's like, I can't eat, I can't sleep, I think you're what's wrong with me, to have another perspective come into play. Well, not even another perspective, it's still her perspective, but to have someone else delivering it, especially a male vocalist, doesn't make so much sense to me. I'm probably overthinking it. I'm curious if you guys feel differently about it, but I feel like because the songwriting is so deeply personal and it's still her perspective, it's not like this is a duet where you have the male vocalist coming in to share his perspective on the situation. You're not getting any of her boyfriend, ex-boyfriend's perspective really here, because this is still Robert delivering it through Olivia's perspective. And I think that's the part that maybe isn't landing as much for me, because it would land better coming from her directly. But it's also a nice change of pace to have another, like, something. I don't even know. Those are my thoughts on it. Let me know what you think. I feel like it'll continue to evolve as we listen more and more. But let's go into Less. Less expectations and cigarette smoke left. All right, piano ballad again. That specific piano tone is really pretty.
Feel it again, edge of the bed, body and head protesting. You say you can't stand to watch me cry a minute more, so you do the noble thing and open up the door. If loving me means
Whoa, what?
well, then I guess I wish you loved me
Less? Oh, damn, sucker punch.
We try to recreate our favorite day. Maybe I'm a stubborn overthinker. Try convincing you they're just intrusive thoughts.
Oh, different lyrics for the pre-chorus this time.
Happy, so you know right now I'm not on the curve at LA.
Oh!
Well, then I wish you loved me less.
Oh my god, this song could collapse based on how fragile its delivery is. This piano is doing it for me, and the little creaking that you hear, it's like, yeah, it's like the wood is breaking underneath it all. Oh, there's no note to balance it out there. See, that's an interesting production choice, because had Dan put in like a balanced note to counter that last one that we just heard, it would feel like a completed picture. It would feel like this is a wrapped up with a bow kind of moment where it ends nicely, complacently, but to purposely leave you on that note is a really nice touch, because that ending just came out of kind of nowhere to say, like, if loving me means saying, babe, I think this is the end, I guess I wish you loved me less. I really like that she's really letting you into these visuals, and it's much more self-centric rather than being cryptic through poetic lyricism. Like, I feel it on the edge of my bed, my body and head protesting, my stomach's in knots, a direct callback to earlier moments on this album where your stomach can be in knots. It's sort of like how she played with guts, how, like, you have the guts for something, or, like, your guts, you feel it in your guts how something is supposed to come across, and to take the feeling of your stomach being in knots. It could be so nerve-wracking. It could be so like you're excited for something. It could be because you're so upset about something. So that's a nice like through line throughout her entire discography. When she said, let's just go to bed or something, maybe it'll fix itself tomorrow, it reminded me of Don't Want to Break Up Again, Ariana Grande. You say you can't stand to watch me cry a minute more, so you do the noble thing and open up the door. I'm not sure how to interpret that. If it's literally like he's opening up his door for them to have this kind of conversation, or like he doesn't want to be around her crying, so he leaves. And I think that's where the Ariana line is like sticking with me. And loving me means letting go and wishing me the best, then I guess I wish you loved me less. Expectations time. Whoa. Was not expecting this production after that. So 80s. This is a like big sharp left turn.
I met him at a party. I think he was on drugs. He bought apartment and a car his parents bought. I thought
Oh, burn, dude.
now I am secure. I am so evil. I am so evil. It's more and more. I never forgot with the fake jobs. Just for loving, but baby, I'm not gas. This is, I just need information. These days I've got expectations. So I hate to be here like a single girl at a Vegas bar.
This is very drop dead.
Many think my future husband's at this bar in Silver Lake.
Call back. This doesn't even sound like her. This does not even sound like her vocally. Dan? Is that Dan, I think? Or, I don't think it's her pitch down. I don't think I've ever bopped like this to a song about this topic. Phew. That was a bop. Did not think. I just assumed that the entire second half was going to be these somber ballads, and I'm so glad that I was wrong, because I don't know why I thought that, given we had The Cure, but I think I probably thought it because of Begged. But no, not at all. I mean, this production is so, like, weirdly jubilant and electric. I'm like, I think this is definitely an album, I'm putting it out there right now, that I need multiple listens of, because there are definite through lines lyrically in the production. Like, this probably holds a lot of similar weight to like Maggots for Brains or You and Me Equals Forever. Heart Forever. My Way Too, I feel like, is a little bit more eclectic in its production choices. There's just like a lot happening that I need to process and find which songs feel like, for me to organize an album mentally. I try to think through which songs either have similar lyrical themes, which lyrics are a little less important to me as a listener. I care more about the production and melody. So I need to like mentally group the songs that fit within the same production wheelhouse to then like rank within them. So I don't really have like a first out of the gate ranking of any of these yet, except for the ones that have like just transcended everything and stuck with me. And the biggest of which is Stupid Song. Of the new ones, I still think The Cure is so incredibly well done on this. Begged hit me so much more, but we still have one more. We have Cigarette Smoke. And I think that this is 5 minutes and 41 seconds. This is the longest song in her discography to date.
Cigarette smoke, the smell that I know, feel quiet house, the shower left on, 5 beers in the fridge, and the second car's gone. I resent
To regret you and resent you, that's cutting.
You said that I made love look easy till I made it hard. So fucking lonely.
This feels timeless, dude, production-wise. Like, you could hear this maybe from the 70s or something.
Stand up for me, honeybee.
Callback.
I resent you for taking her side.
Oh, he betrayed her. This string's beautiful and a great bookend with Drop Dead. Oh, swelling, it's so loud. It's overtaking the delivery. I knew it was going to drop out. Beautiful vocal. The delivery. She nailed it. Nailed it. I literally do not have a way of putting together thoughts right now. This is on first listen, and I want to make sure that I'm saying this accurately because I'm trying to remember what other albums that came out in 2026. This is I don't know if I can say off one listen this is Olivia Rodrigo's best album, but this to me, each one of hers is so strong for different reasons. And for Sour, I really try to take out of the equation the fact that she was 17 years old, because the fact that she was 17 years old and writing like that is so unbelievably impressive. And for a debut album, it's fantastic. I was listening to Guts yesterday to prepare for this, and Guts holds up so much better than I thought it would, and that I remember thinking it did after a few months. I remember after like 6 months of Guts, I pretty much only listened to like a few of the songs, and now going back, it lands so well. It is aging really well. But on a first listen, I remember listening to Guts and immediately knowing I did not love Lacey. I did not love Logical. I thought that The Grudge was cool, but a little forgetful. Ballad of a Homeschool Girl was like a little too rough for me around the edges. And now going back, I love pretty much all of them except for Logical. But this, to me, as a first listen, was the best experience of her albums. I can't think of a single miss on this album. And I think the only thing that I would maybe want is one extra song to be slotted between Less and Expectations, because Expectations is like, I now have expectations for the next relationship, and Less is kind of the breakup moment. It feels very much like that is the end of the relationship, and we go straight from the breakup, at least this is how I'm interpreting it, straight from the breakup into, well, I want something better next time. And it's less about like, I know better for next time. I took these lyrics as when I'm out on the hunt, it felt, maybe Cigarette Smoke would go chronologically in between Less and Expectations, but Cigarette Smoke was a beautiful way to end this album. Production wise, there's such a consistent through line. To bookend it with the strings in Drop Dead, with the strings in Cigarette Smoke, I loved Stupid Song, how it starts off as a ballad and then it completely explodes into this pop banger. I love Stupid Song. That was probably my favorite of this first listen. Makes the most sense to be a single. Honeybee is just like a gorgeous, beautiful love song. And then Maggots for Brain is when you start to see like the actual impact of the relationship. I loved the writing on that one a little more than You and Me Forever, but I do really enjoy it. And then you have the quirky ones like On My Way, Expectations, or quirky production stylings. My Way is probably the boldest. I think I need to go back to that one for sure. Purple, I'm still a little torn on the like actual red and blue equals purple type thing. I need to go back and listen to it. But The Cure, to me, is still a centerpiece of the album for sure. Begged hit so much harder than I thought it would. What's Wrong With Me? I didn't mind Robert Smith's delivery and incorporation, except for like the perspective of it all. Beautiful on Less. Expectations was fun. Cigarettes. I mean, this is an incredible album. This is immediately going to like the top of the list of 2026. I can easily see this becoming an album of the year contender for the Grammys for like end of 2026 year recapping. No question about it. Like, she is just consistently not even hitting the bar, but going above the bar of what's expected from her. And I think because she is so clearly a real fan of music and knows her music history and is pulling from these references, you're getting Joy Division, The Cure, The Cranberries, very heavily 90s inspired on this album, speaking to what her, I guess, parents grew up on, what she then heard as a child listening and falling in love with music on her own. It's very much in that lane. I think the thing that's obviously missing on this album is the all-American bitch, bad idea, right? Ballad of a homeschool girl, brutal, love is embarrassing, that pop punk early 2000s Avril Lavigne kind of stuff. But you're getting a Gwen Stefani moment on here. You're getting more historical music, and I say historical as if like it's old, but it's literally just 30, 40 years ago music stylings. And she does a fantastic job of bringing that to a new audience and bringing it into a 2026 lens. This was fantastic. I'm so excited to like go back and listen to this again for the rest of the day to put together comprehensive thoughts for everyone of what my review of the album is, but this was fantastic. And I hope that you guys enjoyed. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Chime in. I want to know. And again, if you watched this on YouTube and you only saw the chopped up version, the entire full-length version is only available on my Substack, vinylbymars.substack.com. If you're not already subscribed on YouTube, if you're not already joining us on Substack, it would mean the world to me if you subscribed on all platforms. Follow me at Vinyl by Mars for more content just like this, and I will see you all next time. Enjoy the album. I sure did.